org. I know it's completely pitch black dark out, but you know why I'm doing this is because I recently was inspired by a trending video concept called the night walk. And of course, my video trending concept is the Maui fix. So if you're new to the channel, I'm all about teaching you everything there is to know about Hawaii and its real estate. And of course, the Maui fix is all about exposing you to the beauty of Maui from the confines of your frozen north living room. Of course, it is March now, so technically you guys should start to defrost at any moment. But where am I at today? I am at the beautiful Hyatt Regency here on Maui on Apali. So what we're going to do real quick tonight is I just wanted to show you guys the sights and sounds of the Hyatt Regency at night, because it's really cool actually, and it's not something, it's a completely different vibe than it is during the day. Of course, during the day it's sunshine and rainbows and waves and suntan oil, but at night it's a completely different vibe. So I wanted to share that with you really quick, and also wanted to share with you a couple things right now on the beach. Now check this out. And by the way, if you guys enjoy this video, I'd love a thumbs up, a share, and a subscribe. Please support the channel. This is a community-based channel, meaning participation is highly encouraged, not just in sharing and thumbing up the video, but in also with your comments. So if you have a particular thing you'd like to share about the Hyatt Regency or your favorite hotel on Maui or a resort, please do so. But what I'm showing you right now, the reason I'm showing this to you, this is an important thing to do. So you might have some important things to do that you want to share when you come to Maui, but right there is the Pacific Whale dinner boat right there. And that is a really cool thing to do at night. Now, the one to the left is actually the jet ski. Oh wow, look at these birds coming through here right now. Can you see that? Oh, it's the nene. Look. Oh man, I missed them, but that's okay. Anyway, to the right of the jet ski platform, that is the Pacific Whale Foundation evening cruise. Now, if you haven't had a chance to try that, I highly recommend it. It's really cool. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So a lot of people ask me, hey Eric, is it a good idea to do a luau or not when you come to Maui? No, I personally totally recommend doing a luau at least once in your life. And if you like it, do it again, right? And the luau at the Hyatt Regency is really quite spectacular, and it's actually happening right now. But I also wanted to do a quick shout out right here for the Marilyn Monroe Spa. Of course, who doesn't love Marilyn Monroe? It's one of the most iconic figures of our time, or not our time, but of all time. And over here is the Moana Athletic Club. So this is probably one of the nicest gyms in all of Maui. Shout out to Michael and Kara, because I know this is where you guys live, at least for part of the daily routine. But this is a great place. So now imagine you're sitting there or standing there working out, doing your morning, ride on this bike, and what are you looking at while you're doing that? You're looking at the ocean, man, like it's 10 feet from the ocean. And so you say you get a nice sweat on, when you're done, go jump in the water. I'm telling you, this place is nuts when it comes to the gym. And it was closed for a long time. They renovated it, blah blah. So now I think it's finally open. I see someone in there getting in a lift. And as you can tell, it's usually not that crowded, at least not at night. Of course, at night, everyone's putting the pounds on, right? It's in the morning when they're taking the pounds off, theoretically. But anyway, of course, as always, I've got my little buddy here with me. So we're just gonna go for a quick cruise, see if I can possibly get booted out of the Hyatt. Just kidding, they're really cool. They'll be really stoked that I'm sharing this property with the world. I just did the Ritz-Carlton. If you haven't watched that video, please do so. And excuse the temporary boredom as I get going here, but I promise smooth, entertaining video for the rest of the tour. Again, over here to the spa, and then up here on the right is a great beach activities center that you can get your bodyboards, surfboards, etc. This is where you would check in at the luau. I did go to this luau when I was here as a tourist. I remember it very well, standing in the hot sun right here. Hats off. Hats off. Hats off to all of you that stood in the beautiful sun of Maui waiting for a luau, right? You're really being tortured at that point. But it's actually a little break right now in the action, so darn it, perfect timing. But here's the luau, so hit me in the comments. What are your thoughts on this particular luau? Have you been to it? What do you think of it? How does it rate? versus Vista Lele or Old Lahaina or the fires of the Pacific. Love to hear your thoughts. But what I kind of wanted to show off here at the Hyatt is something you probably won't see in most of your promotional videos, so to speak. Not that this is a promotional video, this is more of a like, check it out. But it's this back area of the Hyatt. Now we'll probably come back to the luau when they got something going on besides people clanking silverware and grinding food. But back in here, I want to show this to you guys. This is really cool. Obviously a beautiful convention center right here. Big giant rooms, very good air conditioning. You can only imagine what their electric bill is here every month. But very, very nice facilities. I'd say it's world class. But check this out. They have all these resident swans. Check that out. Isn't that cool, man? They're just everywhere, dude. It's nuts. And the sun just went down and there was this cacophony of bird singing going on back here. I don't know if they probably simmered it down, but I just wanted to share this with you real quick. This isn't, don't worry guys, it's not going to be a 3-hour live looking at ducks and geese, but I just wanted to show you this. It's such a cool area. There's these streams that are going through here. I don't know if you can pick that up or not. Okay, so it's a little tough showing this at night, but it is really cool, man. It's like this garden of Eden through in here. So it's just a great place to come hang out. Very, very peaceful. Got some little small kind of waterfalls happening here. I think this is the Pied Piper of the East, maybe, beckoning you to make your reservations before it's triple the room rates in 2023. But look at this, more swans. Hang on. I used to be a little bit of a waterfowl guy, so to get this close to waterfowl is kind of cool, man. And of course, back there is a beautiful shot of the Pacific Ocean, Ka'anapali Beach. Okay, we still got some birds going off here. Hang on. And there's more waterfalls, dude. This place is nuts. If you haven't stayed here, I'm telling you, it's one of the most spectacular settings. Now check this out. This is where you come eat your breakfast in the morning, or you can eat your dinner at night, but it's like this kind of pond side dining experience. And if you have any feedback on this restaurant, what are your favorite dishes, or what's your experience been? What's your favorite drink? Do you like this little waterfall back in here? Huh? I mean, that's cool, right? That's one of the things I love about life. We have some of the coolest resorts in the world. Like, you're not going to see this like in downtown Denver, right? The Brown Palace doesn't have this. I'm sorry, it doesn't. There's some stuff, and this is like, this is my backyard, man. My kids, they come here, they don't even think about it. They're like, whatever. They're so dang spoiled. It's nuts. But anyway, the light has definitely faded. This is definitely a night walk for sure. A night walk through the garden of the Hyatt Regency on Maui. Alright, I do have a plan right here. Trust me, guys. I did kind of actually try to plan this one out a little bit. It's not, I know it's not like me. I'm very spontaneous, but I thought if I'm going to be walking around in the dark carrying a 40-pound one wheel, because there's stairs here, I can't just cruise like I normally would. So I'm really taking one for the team, guys. I want you to know that. I'm carrying this thing around. I'm kind of sweating. I'm thinking I should be in a hot tub with a Mai Tai, but no. I'm committed to YouTube, whatever. Okay, so here we are. Now this is on the back side of the lake, or the pond. We have another waterfall going off right here. Yeah. And then check out this little bridge, man. It's like the bridge to Terabithia. Look at this thing, dude. It's nuts, right? It's like an arched bridge. And of course, over here to the left, we've got the Pacific Ocean beckoning with the sound of waves. Alright, I'm just going to head up here. We're going to go over the bridge to Terabithia, whatever that means. And then we're going to head over to the main pool. And then we're going to go check out the Grotto bar, which I mentioned in the video a couple nights ago, has reported to have the best Mai Tai. So if you have an experience with that Mai Tai, let us know. I personally haven't had it, but I've had a couple of Mai Tai aficionados convince me beyond a shadow of a doubt that that's the one. So it's Mai Tai at the Hyatt Regency Grotto bar versus Mai Tai at the Monkey Pod. Okay, so here's your poolside dining. Again, over here is the waterfall right by the Grotto bar. That goes to the Grotto bar. And then here's all your beautiful, kind of huffing and puffing carrying the 40-pounder, man. Gosh, I thought I was in shape. Right when you think you're in shape, you start huffing and puffing. I'm at sea level too, man. I used to carry elk out of the woods. I can't even carry a one wheel for 40 yards. But anywho, I digress. Another thing I love about Hawaii is the tiki torches, man. They're just an ambiance you get with fire. I don't know what it is, especially on a Saturday night. Right? You just know something crazy is going to happen when they start burning the fires and the torches. All you need is some drums of the Pacific in the background, and you could get nutty. Another thing they have here is this really cool statues. Check out this guy. This is like the statue of David gone wrong. This is what David really wanted to be doing, right? Sorry about the angle there. But anyway, look at this. Isn't that cool, man? That is nuts. I have no idea what it means, but it's pretty cool. My opinion. Okay, guys, so now we're going to get back on the one wheel. Back on the electric powered. Doesn't require any energy. Thank goodness. That's what it is. I'm out of shape because I'm one wheeling all the time. But what a nice ambiance, huh? What a great place to come. Spend a week, spend 2 weeks, spend a month. Use your points. And the nice thing about Hawaii is, of course, it's always the perfect temperature to go in the pool. It's not like when the sun goes down, you're like, oh, it's too cold to go in the pool. No, man. It's literally some of the best times to go in the pool. Because the temperature really doesn't drop that much at night. It's a very stable weather pattern we have here. Here we got the parties over here, I think. Got a little golf channel going. So what do you think, guys? Is this cool? Do you wish you were at the Hyatt Regency on Maui right now? Are you having a little vicarious vacation through the internet portal? That's all I'm trying to do. Trying to help a brother out. Alright, I'm going to spin around. Getting some interesting looks here from the people. They're thinking, oh boy, what platform am I on now? Can they see the... Alright, I'm not going to go there. We all know we're in perfect bikini shape year-round, right? No matter what. No matter if the guy with the stupid YouTube channel shows up unawares. Well, if you're not in that perfect bikini shape, there's enough time between now and the time you're going to come to Maui to start cutting the calories, jump on the whatever you got. You got to have something to jump on, right? I just got a Peloton. My wife and I have been hitting that thing. If you need a good workout, I can't say enough good things about it. You will sweat like there's no tomorrow. Sweat like you're in the Philippines within like 15 minutes. All right, guys, here we are coming up on the Grotto bar, in case you didn't know where it was. And no, we're not done yet with the Hyatt, man. This thing goes on, brother. It just goes on. So here's the Grotto bar. Now, it's only open, I think, during the day. Someone tell me the business hours of this joint. They should have it open all night long, is what I think. But it's right there in the corner. There it is. More waterfalls. And then right over here is the infamous hot tub. They do kick people out of this hot tub, by the way, so I wouldn't encourage you to try to, they check bans here and all that stuff, trust me. I can give you a list of all the good hot tubs that are easy to jump into, but this is not one of them. Grand Wailea is good after 5 o'clock. They stop checking wristbands. But here's the suspension bridge that goes across the pool. My kids have jumped off that about 1,000 times. Oh man, this is some advanced one-wheeling. Oh, I almost went down.